Growing old is not a weakness, so it is the crown of wisdom. Yet one of the deepest pains for parents is when their own grown children forget the sacrifices, love, and sleepless nights that shaped their lives. The respect is not demanded, it is nurtured, and sometimes children need gentle reminders of the bond that time can never erase. As the saying goes, parents are the roots, children are the branches. Without roots, no tree can stand. Cubed. If you are feeling disrespected, here are 6 heartfelt ways to rebuild love and respect in your family. Speaking with calm dignity is one of the hardest but most powerful things a parent can do when faced with disrespect from their grown children. In moments of pain, our first instinct is to defend ourselves, to raise our voice, or to remind our children of the sacrifices we made. Yet shouting only creates distance, while silence filled with wisdom draws them closer. When your child speaks harshly, pauses are more powerful than angry words. Take a deep breath, hold your head high, and remember that your worth is not defined by the way someone speaks to you in a moment of frustration. Responding with calm dignity shows your children that you have mastered the art of self-control, that you value peace over conflict, and that you still carry the wisdom of experience. Imagine a storm raging outside your window. If you run outside screaming at the thunder, nothing changes, but if you stay calm within the shelter of your home, the storm eventually passes. The same is true with disrespect. Your calm presence reminds your children that you are not their enemy but their anchor. Over time, they will come to admire the strength you show in moments when they expected you to break. Children may not always remember the words of anger they spoke, but they will remember the calm, dignified way you responded. That memory alone can become a lesson that reshapes their own behavior, teaching them respect without you having to demand it. Reminding them of your love is not about keeping score or listing sacrifices. It is about gently opening their eyes to the endless devotion you have given them. Love is the foundation of every parent-child relationship, yet in the rush of adult life, children sometimes forget the nights you stayed awake when they were sick, the meals you skipped so they could eat, the countless prayers you whispered for their safety. When disrespect arises, telling them, "I love you, even when you hurt me," can melt the hardest hearts. Sharing old memories is another gentle way to remind them of what they mean to you. Show them a photograph from their childhood, recall a story of when they made you proud, or speak of a moment when you worried about them and felt relief at their safety. These reminders are not weapons but bridges back to the bond that may feel broken in the moment but is never truly gone. As one wise quote says, "A parent's love is the only love that is truly selfless, unconditional, and forgiving." When you remind your children of this truth, not with anger but with tenderness, you plant seeds of respect in their hearts. Even if they do not respond immediately, those seeds will grow in silence, and one day they may realize the depth of the love they have taken for granted. Setting healthy boundaries is one of the most misunderstood acts of love. Many parents believe that enduring disrespect quietly is part of their duty, but true respect flows both ways. Boundaries do not mean withdrawing love, they mean teaching your children that your heart, your time, and your presence deserve honor. After all, love without respect is incomplete. If your grown child speaks harshly, it is wise to say calmly, "I will not continue this conversation until you can speak to me with respect." This does not punish them, but it reminds them that your relationship deserves dignity. Boundaries also protect your peace of mind, which is vital for your health in older age. Without boundaries, disrespect can become a habit, and habits can poison even the closest relationships. By setting gentle but firm limits, you show your children that maturity means valuing one another, not taking one another for granted. Respect is learned by example, and when you model self-respect, you silently teach your children how to value themselves and others. This is not a rejection, it is an invitation for your children to grow into the adults you raised them to be. Boundaries are the walls that keep love safe inside a home. Without them, love leaks away. With them, respect flourishes. Leading by example is perhaps the greatest lesson you can give your children, even when they are grown. Respect cannot be forced, it must be inspired. Think back to the way your parents influenced you, not by lectures, but by the way they lived. Your grown children are still watching, still learning, and still absorbing your behavior even if they don't admit it. If you show kindness to others, they will eventually reflect that kindness. If you continue to show humility and strength, they will come to admire you. When you forgive, when you smile in difficulty, when you hold yourself with grace despite challenges, you are teaching them lessons they will carry long after you are gone. As the saying goes, children may not listen to everything you say, but they will never forget how you lived. If you want them to respect you, be the living example of respect. Speak with patience, show compassion to the weak, and live with integrity. Respect is contagious. By embodying the very qualities you wish to see in them, you give them a mirror of what it means to be a person of dignity. Even in moments of disrespect, your consistency will speak louder than their words. Over time, they will come to realize that their parent is not only the one who gave them life, but also the one who continues to show them how to live it well. Praying and blessing them is a practice that transforms both parent and child. Sometimes words cannot reach the heart, but prayers always can. When your grown children disrespect you, the temptation is to withhold kindness, but blessing them even in pain shows the depth of your love. Whispering their names in prayer, asking for their happiness, their health, and their wisdom, is one of the most powerful acts of parenthood. It reminds you that your role is not only to raise them but also to guide them spiritually. Blessings are invisible gifts that return to the giver. When you bless your children, you also fill your own heart with peace. Even if they walk away in anger, your blessing follows them like a gentle shadow. As the ancient saying goes, the prayers of parents build bridges over rivers their children cannot cross. Children who feel their parents' blessings, even if unspoken, carry that strength in their hearts. In time, many come to realize the value of that love and return with renewed respect. Prayers are not weakness, they are the strongest language of love. They create a shield around your children and protect your bond even when conflict threatens to destroy it. Seeking understanding rather than conflict is often the missing piece in strained relationships. Disrespect usually hides a deeper pain. Grown children may lash out not because they hate their parents, but because they are struggling with stress, disappointment, or unresolved wounds from the past. Instead of meeting their anger with more anger, try asking softly, "What is troubling you?" Listen without judgment, without interrupting, and without immediately correcting them. Sometimes children just need to feel heard, even when they are wrong. Understanding does not mean agreeing, it means giving them space to express themselves. Often, disrespect dissolves when the person feels that someone has truly listened. When you choose understanding over conflict, you become a safe space for your children, a place where they can bring their fears and frustrations without shame. This act of compassion can heal wounds that arguments never could. Respect grows naturally when love creates room for honesty. By seeking understanding, you remind your children that you are not their rival, but their supporter, even when you disagree. Over time, this patience will break down walls and rebuild bridges, bringing back the honor and love that every parent deserves. At the heart of all these ways lies one simple truth: respect cannot be demanded, but it can be inspired. By choosing calm dignity, reminding them of your love, setting healthy boundaries, leading by example, praying for them, and seeking understanding, you are not only protecting your own heart, you are planting seeds of respect in theirs. One day, when they reflect on their lives, they will remember the wisdom, patience, and love you showed, and they will realize that parents are the most irreplaceable blessings life ever gives. Ethio Superscript 1